Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Sun and Belle. Today we bring you the very last review for WandaVision, episode 9.
Before we get started, we'd like to just say that we've had so much fun covering WandaVision that it's we're a little bit sad that this is the last episode. WandaVision was the very first series that we've covered as a brand new YouTube channel.
It was so much fun. So thank you for those who watched all our reviews so far. I mean, this was so much fun and we thank you for your support.
So a brief summary, we start off where the last episode left off. And that's with a standoff between Agatha and Wanda.
Yes.
They're in the air, they've got their power out, they're about to fight each other. Agatha has both of Wanda's twin boys in her control. So she's got this like magical lasso around both of their necks. And when Wanda is attacking Agatha with her power, it seems that Agatha is consuming and absorbing those powers. And adding it to her own.
And you see Wanda's hand turn black because it's basically sucking the life out of her.
Right.
Wherever that power came from. So clearly Agatha is after one thing. Wanda's powers. She's very power hungry. She's a power hungry witch. And so she proposes to fix all the kinks and the bugs of Wanda's reality that she created in exchange for all of Wanda's powers.
That's right.
Yeah, so at the same time, Vision is fighting against Sword's version of Vision, using all the parts and pieces of his old body and using it as a weapon to eliminate Wanda and Vision.
Since it's the last episode of the series, we're going to rate this twice. First, we're going to rate this episode standing alone, and at the end, we're going to rate the whole series as a whole.
Awesome. Let's do it. For this episode only?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did you think?
I thought this was a really great way to end the series. They wrapped up all the loose ends, left no questions behind for us in 45 minutes. I thought the pace was great. They just hit all the things that we wanted answered, and they didn't drag any scenes out and try to kind of waste time with fillers.
Interesting. I have a different idea. I thought that the pacing was frantic. I thought they were really trying to squeeze in too much in one 45-minute episode. I mean, it was a great episode. There was a lot of great things happening, so I'd like to see it being more hashed out. I wanted to see more development. You know, for example, Vision's battle with the other, Vision, with Sword's Vision.
Yeah.
It was a little bit rushed. I'd like to see... where did the White Vision even go when he left? He just left and never to be seen again. Even Agatha's character, this whole series, they were building her character. She was so interesting. They're building. And it turns out she was just this power-hungry witch.
Yeah.
That was her thing. She was power-hungry. So what'd you think about the ending?
I especially like the ending. And I say this because... they didn't try to force this happy ending where Wanda lives happily ever after with Vision and the 2 kids and, this is the life that she's going to have. We knew right from the beginning when we discovered that this is a reality, this is a fake reality that she created, that she's never going to get that happy ending. And if the writers decided to take that approach, I think the show would discredit a lot of the stuff, all the good episodes that we watched because it's like, okay... You know what I mean?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I thought, in retrospect, this is the only ending that could possibly be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a story about Wanda's grief, about her mourning the loss of Vision, her mourning the loss of any future that could have been with Vision.
Yeah.
Starting a family, having boys, she had to grieve the pain.
Yeah.
And if Vision were to be reconstructed and happy ending, it just wouldn't really be believable, and it would take away from the story. I actually think that Wanda did get some sort of a happy ending, and that is because by constructing this reality, she was able to have a proper goodbye. She was able to say goodbye to Vision, say goodbye to those twin boys.
Yeah.
In a way that she could manage the pain and she could really properly grieve.
And also through this whole reality that she created, she had an opportunity to discover herself, her true powers, who she really is,
The Scarlet Witch. She learns from Agatha that she's a Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, and if you see, you know, up until the very end, the post-credit, scene, you see her studying her spell book, so you know that she's embracing that power that she discovered about herself, and we don't know what she's gonna be up to next, right? That's the cliffhanger, but we know that she's gonna be using this power and getting stronger and stronger now that she has put her past aside. You saw this coming for a while, but we finally got the battle scene that I've been literally saying every review.
You sure did. This episode was full of battle scenes.
Yeah, you got the Wanda versus Agatha, you got Vision versus Vision 2,
Yeah.
and you got Sword versus Wanda and Vision, so we saw a lot of battle scenes there.
And how'd you like it?
I really liked the Agatha and Wanda fight scene. Especially liked it when you saw Wanda come out in the Scarlet Witch outfit with the crown. She looked amazing. The Vision fight was okay. I think it was, now that you say it, it was pretty rushed and they just showed the best clips, the best fights.
Right. I mean, actually, I liked how Vision used his wit, though.
Yeah.
He used his...
outsmarted him.
He outsmarted him to get out of that situation. I like that part.
I did too, because they're basically the same strength, same physical aptitude.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the sword fight against Wanda and Vision, I really thought that there would be a huge battle scene and a fight against those two, because there was a lot of tension building up to this point, and they just kind of made it like, okay, here's Darcy.
Well, that's what I mean by just, it was a lot squeezed into this one episode.
Yeah.
And that's probably why that wasn't fully fleshed out.
Yeah.
I actually did like that Hayward got taken down by Darcy.
Really?
Yeah.
This is not who I expected to take Hayward down.
I thought the fight scenes were good. I like I said, it was a little bit rushed, and I thought Agatha and Wanda's in particular, the screenwriting, which has been just so excellent this entire series, it was a little sloppy for me. It was a little corny at times. For example, when Agatha is fighting Wanda, you know, Wanda says, "Take it. I don't want it anymore." Like, it was a little cheesy. And then Agatha, she has a lot of these one-liners that I think they're supposed to explain a lot that we didn't actually get to see. Yeah. And so she's just giving these one-liners like, you know, you weren't born this way, you were created this way. Or no, you weren't born this way, you were made, or something like that. Agatha says, it's not about your lack of power, it's your lack of knowledge. I mean, just it's not backed up by anything, you know?
Yeah, I see that.
So I thought it was a little corny, but it's just a result of it being rushed. I mean, even the visuals, too. Like, they're up in the air. It's very, like, dark and red and stormy, and, like, Wanda's, like, softball. You said it looked like she was, like, pitching.
Pitch, yeah.
She's a softball pitcher.
Yeah.
And she just keeps throwing these, like, fireballs, and Agatha keeps, like, ha, 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 and cackle. And she's cackling, and she's just this power-hungry witch, and I just thought it was a little bit corny. Yeah. Not, like, dark and intense. And I think, you know, I forgot to mention, you were saying that you liked how this episode cleanly tied up all the loose ends, but I didn't feel that way. I feel like we need another episode, because where did Agatha go? If Wanda trapped her into that nosy neighbor character in a sitcom in Westview, but she destroyed Westview, she can no longer see Vision and her sons, so where is Agatha stuck?
Yeah. And she even said, like, I know where to find you if I need you.
Yeah, so she's somewhere. And then we see at the very end, after credit scene, where her boy is screaming, her son.
So where are they?
Right, so they're not totally gone either. Are they where Agatha is? Is Agatha tormenting them? So I'd like to get some loose ends tied up. I think it doesn't feel completely resolved to me.
And it's probably done on purpose that way.
On purpose, right. Yeah. I know. I'm left wanting more.
So there were some speculations that there were going to be some other superhero appearances.
Some cameos,
Yeah, like Captain Marvel or Loki or Doctor Strange. I'm kind of glad that they didn't invite those people.
Yeah, I mean, they sure didn't have time for it in this last episode.
It wouldn't make sense, and what I despise is when all of a sudden someone else comes in out of the picture out of nowhere and just like completely resolves the situation that was built up for 8 episodes. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm very happy they ended it the way they did within Wanda's world.
Me too. I thought it was great that they focused this last episode on Wanda.
Yeah.
On why she did this, on her grief. I mean, it's so much more powerful this way.
No cop-outs.
Exactly.
So now we're at the point where we have to reveal our score for episode 9.
Okay, 1, 2.
Oh my gosh.
This is pretty typical, I think.
This is so typical of us. I'm always a little higher.
Do you want to explain your 8?
I thought the show was wrapped up so nicely. I think all of my questions were answered, but also left me wanting a little bit more after I saw the end, post-end credits. So, I just really think that this is a powerful story that was portrayed in a very creative way from beginning to end. This episode specifically, I was very emotional, especially when, Wanda finally accepted the fact that she has to let it go for her future, right? And let the people that she loved the most, her children and Vision the most. And that conversation that she had with Vision it almost made me tear up because you could tell that she did this all for him. And to give it up shows her strength.
I completely agree. I thought this was just such a great ending. What a great story this episode portrayed about someone's grief, someone being in pain and trying to create a different reality to cope with it the way they know how. But in the end, Wanda had to step up and be the hero, sacrifice her happiness, the love of her life, the future that she could have had. She sacrifices it in order to save the people who will never even know, right? And I mean, the acting was wonderful.
It was.
I mean, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, Katherine Hahn, they're all just great actors. And the only reason why I'm not giving it a higher score is because it was so good. I think they just rushed it into a 1 episode, 45-minute, and they could have hashed it out a little bit more. And I thought they could have tied up more loose ends. But all in all, it was so fun. It was a wonderful episode.
Yes, I agree. All right, guys. Now we're going to reveal what our score is for the entire series, episodes 1 through 9.
All right. 1, 2. Oh, wow. I thought yours would be higher.
No, a 9 is like almost close to perfect.
No, right. Yeah, me too.
So,
I'm a hard critic.
I've become a harder critic over time just because now I know the difference between like a very great episode versus a good episode. But overall, the series was very, very good. Very, very good from beginning to end. Although in the beginning I didn't understand it, so I gave it very low.
Yeah.
But if you notice, I kept on gradually getting it just got better and better as I watched it.
Yeah.
It hit all the spots that you wanted a great show to hit, with like your emotions, even some frustration, even laughs, everything. It was all tied very nicely in these episodes.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I really enjoyed this WandaVision series. When I first heard of the idea, I wasn't that excited, to be honest, because I didn't know a lot about Wanda as her own character. I didn't know a lot about Vision. But I was pretty much blown away even after the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, you were.
I thought it was so creative. It's something Marvel Studios has never done before. I mean, if you think about it from beginning to end, I will have to watch it again because now we don't have to wait a week in between. I could just binge it.
Yes.
But I thought it was so creative the way it started without saying at all what it was. It was just black and white, a sitcom. And it slowly revealed why. And the story was just so compelling. It's about Wanda's pain, her grieving, and doing anything she can to cope with her loss. Yeah. And I think that's something we could all learn from. It's not just mindless entertainment. It's not just some superhero thing. It is superhero, but it's a great storyline in of itself.
Absolutely.
I thought I already said this, but the acting was just, it blew me away, and I think it really changed the game. So I'm waiting for the Loki series.
Same.
And I just hope it's like as engaging as WandaVision has been. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Okay, friends, we've reached the end of our video.
Yeah,
Please comment what you think, how you enjoyed WandaVision. It's pretty bittersweet for us to sign off today because WandaVision has been such a big part of our lives this past 2 months. But yeah, I mean, join us for Taco Tuesday. We're going to be doing some trailer reviews, reactions, some more movie reviews.
Absolutely. We'll be back each week with new episodes. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back every single week. And until next time, friends.
Thanks. Bye.